I'm gonna try an oldie but goodie. I haven't tried it in a very, very long time. This is Bare Minerals Golden Tan. I use medium tan, but I don't think I opened it and it's small. So it's late at night. I filmed like a couple of videos today and I skipped right through lunch. I didn't eat lunch until 4:30. So here we go. What I'm going to decide to do, I pulled out some things. First let me talk about what I'm wearing. Okay, I've already primed my lids, okay? And a little bit of lip gloss on. These are fashion earrings, you know, like I have more up, but I thought this was perfect for this color. And my J. Crew hair clip, I've gotten this for years, decades. This I've made plenty of these, and it's the first time I'm wearing it. I like it. And then this I've had. So, and this is thrifted, not recently, a while back. It's a jacket. I'm not gonna stand up because I'm in my pajamas. I'm gonna kind of stand back and hope I don't knock anything over. But I just have a white t-shirt underneath, but this is the length. I just wanted to show you the length of it. It's a good cut. It was when I was thinner, obviously, because it's tight right here. Okay, let's get on with this. Okay, I'm gonna scoop my sleeves up. All right, the reason why I wasn't wearing Bare Minerals is because my skin texture had been dry, you know, gotten drier over the last, I don't know, years. I went from normal way back when I first started using this, probably around when they first came out with it. I started using it. Lived in Pennsylvania, King of Prussia Mall. I bought this at. I lived in King of Prussia. I'd say, is it 2000? I mean, is it 1999? The store opened up. Okay, it was the first. It's the first of anybody knowing about this. So I'm gonna say we'll say 2000. We'll just sum it up. And here we go. What I decided to do, I used CeraVe plain lotion. Just the plain lotion, nothing extra in it, to help moisturize instead of going with argan oil, because I don't know how argan oil is going to play with this, because I don't recall using this. I always used, when I was filming 8.5 years ago, I was using heavier foundations. I don't even recall in my head a tinted moisturizer. If I did, it might have been one or two. I'm just now starting to get back into some heavier, I'm mixing, I'm matching. I'm doing the serums, I'm doing the tinted moisturizers, I'm doing the heavier foundations, all that. I'm just having fun and exploring and seeing what I like and I don't like, and I'm decluttering some and I'm organizing. So let's get on with it. I'm going to add in MAC Strobe Cream. All right, I haven't used this. There's going to be this and something else I haven't used in a while. Because I feel like I'm going to need the luminosity, because this is matte, like, you know. And knowing my skin, I'm hoping this works. Plus it's creamy also. You see? I think that's enough. I just needed that extra moisturizer, a little bit more, and a little dewy luminosity, as you can see on my hand. Okay, get my handy wipe out. It's almost 8 p.m. I got out of my pajamas and dressed again for you. me because I want to see how this works. Okay, so this is the golden. I could try the medium, but I honestly think it's this small. And I have a bag. I seal them up in bags. I separate my makeup, like the minerals are separate, you know. And I have different minerals, and I'm excited to go through them and try them again. So this is golden medium. Now remember, I've always used medium tan, I think it's called, because that's what they came out with back in the day. And then when this came out, because I used to be real tan, you've got to realize that I am not. See my face to my arm? My arm is usually, this is my winter color. My face was all, I'm count this 3 times and my face would be equal. Okay, so that's just the way it's gonna go. But I'll make it work. Okay, so I have a little bit in there. I have the Kabuki brush that is from Tarte. I remember specifically buying that here in North Carolina, but before this I think I had a Bare Minerals, but this one is the best one I've ever had. I have tried other Kabuki brushes, nothing compares. I have a very wide, I think it's also Tarte, the wide Tarte one. I used to have that jar of Tarte foundation, the cream. It was like the sea cream or something, whatever. And I don't know if I used it with that because I always apply with my fingers. So I don't know why I have the big Kabuki brush. I mean, it's so big. But I do believe that's Tarte. I think I just was just so impressed because it's as nice as this, but it's so big and I don't see a reason to. It's like the size of my cheek. Okay, so I'm going to start, I'm just going to apply this and kind of ignore you because I need to concentrate. On my application, how I used to do it. And I will get sidetracked if I concentrate on you right now. You concentrate on me. All right, I'm putting more in there, a little more than I'd like to because of my coloring. I'm too light. I'm gonna spread it out with my fingers because I like to swirl it around, obviously, to try to disperse it. I better go up here a little bit to get rid of some of it in case I added too much. This used to be my favorite every day. Quick and easy for a very long time. I would play in others later on, but this was my go-to, and it was fast. I took it on vacation with me, and it was perfect. It's like a natural look. I'm tapping in just a tiny bit more. I just do little increments at a time, but it doesn't take much. What I like is I can just do this around my nose. I squeeze my brush though. That's my technique. I can come down on my neck just a little bit with this jacket because I don't have a high neck thing on, but it doesn't matter, okay? God, it is hard to tell because I have this bright light on me. If I turn, let me turn off my overhead light. That's gonna ruin the whole thing. I didn't turn that off. That's one reason why I couldn't see myself very well. Okay, there we go. That's better. All right, that's better. Now I'm in the dark. I thought I was in the dark. I'm supposed to turn that off. I'm gonna add just a little bit through here. See, it's just, I'm gonna kick some off. I really don't need much more than this. And I don't recall putting on this much, actually. Like I said, I'm in not natural lighting, and that's how I put it. I really have a lot on. It's not like I have a lot on. The color is too dark, but we're going to go with it. And what does it matter? I just need to see the color. Next time I can try, I have so many others, but they're around the same kind of color, you know? Okay. All right. That's good. Okay, and I'm going to put it back in my bag of minerals. Kabuki brush, clean off. I'm going to show you something. Eyeliner Pure is excellent. Problem is, I was really tan. So this is warm 6. I would need warm 5. I have warm 5, but it's in smaller container. But Eyeliner Pure is very good. Here is the blush they give you. This color is fantastic. It's Antique Rose, the satin matte. I have one I got at Whole Foods, Mineral Fusion. Some of you might know of this. Very finely milled, very beautiful. They're all, I love all these, or else I would have decluttered them when I was decluttering before. Let's see. I have, oh, I need this out. This is going to be my, I thought, what am I doing? Okay, that's my thing. This is going to be my blush. I have the blush. I just decanted it, but it's brand new. So, you know, there's just a little bit in there. I don't need much when I use it. Let me close it up so I don't spill it anywhere because this carpet. And I don't own this house. I'm renting. Neutrogena Mineral Shears, it's called. Loose Powder Foundation. This was really nice. I remember. That's probably, I wonder if it's a lighter color. Well, I have MAC Mineral Skin Finish. That's a nice one. Oh, Golden Gate. That's a blush from Bare Minerals. This is a blush. I wanted to show you something. Oh, Becca. This is really finely milled. This color obviously would be too dark for me now, but I obviously loved it very much. It's so finely milled. It just looks so beautiful on from back in the day. So I'm just trying to retest things. I'm trying to find the powder. You got to realize I'm in the dark now at this point. Like anything that's not right here is in the dark. Is this it? Okay, this is my blush. It's called Warmth, but it's what I started with. So let's go for it. Okay, now I was going to wear this. It was from J. Crew. This was my signature look. If I wore a t-shirt, just a plain t-shirt and jeans, I'd wear earrings like this and a necklace like this, or little tiny diamond earrings, you know. I had my own signature looks. There's different times, and with my J. Crew, I always had this, but I had darker hair. I don't know if I did it. It was back when I didn't do YouTube until about 8.5 years ago. So you guys remember Juicy Star 07? That's when I first started playing in my makeup. I would sit in front of the makeup mirror. on my ground, you know, on the floor, and just start trying on different colors and stuff like she did. The blue eyeshadow, I remember whatever she did just looked fantastic, you know. And Miss Glamorazzi, I'm just saying those are the first ones I came across on YouTube. And then I came across, you know, older people or whatever, but makeup being my thing and fashion, it fell right into it. Now when I look in my own mirror, I look fine, and I have to take a sip of water. I had to review my video that I did, and I can't use it. All right, here we go. I'm going to do my eyes first. All right. Do you remember the pigments of MAC? Well, I decanted that too. I think I used that with this. I'm trying to recreate somewhat of what I used to do to my eyes. I love that color. This is espresso, and that I think is brulee, B-R-U-L. No, brune. Is it brune? It's brune, isn't it? B-R-U-N, possibly. I can't tell you. It just says tempting in 4 different colors in here. Dark edge next to nothing, something. So these colors in here, they have been depotted, and I renamed. I had taken them out, and because you can see the glue, but that is gorgeous. I had just used that for the first time, like discovery. So that I think is espresso. That's what I used to start with, and then I went to, I think that's B-U-R-N, brune. I think I started with this one, and then I started using this one. I mean, you know, either one. I mean, either one works. And then I would use a cream on top, but it seems I keep, this I can't get anymore. This I have a backup of, this I have a backup of, but I'm not using them until I finish using them. This is my favorite. Try to look for it. You'll pay $75 for, there's two out there. And I am scratching it with my finger, but I'm not going to use it for this video. I'm not going to use this one because this one is even harder to get to. Great. I just got, I was going to put this down on there, and it was too late. I just got my eyeshadow because earlier when I had done a video on this color, I had dug into this, and that dropped right on my white felt iPad. So I'm just going to not touch it and hope I can tilt it somehow onto this, because I was going to do this. Okay. Alrighty, well, we'll just ignore it. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild palette of the cream so far. It's what I'm comfortable with because I can grab it easily. The cream would be this one. Gosh, it's hard to see in the dark. Do you understand? Cream is cream, pretty much, except for when I'm talking about, for me, the best of the best is Foxy. Urban Decay. They got bought out by L'Oreal. There's a lot of things happening in the luxury market of handbags, you know, all that kind of, the luxury names, big names, and in makeup too, okay? There's a lot happening. There's a lot of downfall happening. Get ready. Get ready. You heard it here. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but I've done my research. And it's already sad enough that they discontinue our products that we like, right? I'm going to put a little bit on my lids. So that's why I get backups as much as possible, but I am killing myself for not getting this as a backup, and I'd have to pay $75. I have one backup left, but why not use this, which is still as creamy, okay? It works for me. Right now, I might look really out of sorts, you know what I mean? Like not right. I'm gonna have to put this all over because I don't want that brown to take. I'm gonna put a brown eyeshadow on, a dark brown. I don't want it to stick and not be movable. And I noticed that happened in my last video also. I was having trouble with that. It could happen again, but okay. Yeah, the luxury market, including everything you probably love too. But see, I like the Dollar Tree stuff just as well. And I'll do a Dollar Tree makeup on that. I have plenty of Dollar Tree stuff. When it gets darker out, it's really hard to see. Okay, now I know I look washed out there, but that's like a base coat to cover. So I can, God, what is this color? That's not a color I used. I'm not gonna go with that. I'm gonna, these are so easy to use. Let me start off with this. The reason why I'm doing this is because I have brown eyeshadow chunks and pigments right here on my white felt iPad cover case. So I'm going to use this light color because I need to make sure that dark brown does not do what it did before. Meaning stick, you know, it just stays put. So I need to put this down. This is not going to show up or anything, but it will just help. Okay, I think that's going to help. I love when you can get inexpensive, great things. That's my favorite, is when you can get something great and wonderful that's not luxury. I'm not saying I like it all. I'm just saying, for me, it's the best when I can get something inexpensive that's good quality. I'm gonna go straight in. I did it with a tiny brush before, but I didn't bring it. I'm gonna go straight in with this brush. And I'm gonna go in with the Brune. I think this is called Brune. I used to use Brulee, and I did not like it ever since the day I bought it. But I didn't have a choice. I was trying to match up Foxy, okay, with MAC, but Brulee was the only creamy like type of color, you know. And back in the day, and always, you know, since I was buying MAC, and they would never come out with a normal cream shade. I have no idea why, because Bobbi Brown was always right next to them, and Bobbi Brown had cream. I have banana, I have cream. It's called Bone. But banana is a little bit too yellow. And that's pretty. It'll come together. So this is, I'm thinking Brune that I used to use a lot. I see no reason not to go into this, and I might as well, because it'll soften up that part that I jabbed my finger into, because I was trying to see that if it showed the name on the underneath like this did, because they're magnetic or something. I'm going to tap it on this because it could be really dark pigmented, because that was the color I used in the video I just had to delete. I just watched it and deleted it. Okay. And did I tell you I didn't eat lunch till 4:30? Because I was filming from, I don't know, I started at 1, I guess, or 1:30. I don't even know. And then I just kept filming, went into another one, and you have to go get the stuff. You got to put things up. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I was getting hungry in that second video, and I was like, God, I'm hungry. It was 4:30 by the time I ate lunch. Okay. Got that color off. Make sure I'm blended good. Feel like I need a little more in here. a little more. Let's try Brune. I feel like that's the name of it. Where the color names went, I do not know. Hmm. I'm gonna go in with a thinner brush because with that, with Brune, just a little bit right here at the corner. See if I can deposit just a little bit more. Back in the day, I started off with Espresso from MAC, and then I went on to just use exclusively Brune. I had stopped using that. Let's see. Okay. So let me do my eyeliner. Do I have it? Okay. Let me fill something out real quick because I'm getting all jacked up here. I have a felt tip eyeliner, but what I used to always use was a pencil. But all my pencils, this is a retractable from Dollar Tree. I used to get these, and they're felt tips after that, but this is the automatic one. All of my pencils, and I had one from Rimmel, and I don't know where it is, but I loved it. It stayed put, but I don't need it to stay put tonight, but this stays put too. All my pencils that you sharpen are all, the tips are completely out of the top. There's not even a tip there. I remember that happened to my Marc Jacobs eyeliner. I can't see. I just want to see if I can. I can't get this. Can I? Maybe I can. The felt tip would just make it quicker. But right here, I really need to use this pencil because this was my look. I would use the cheap pencil back in like the 80s, like 80s and 90s, to where it would get down this small, just like my Maybelline red eyebrow pencil, you know, that little nub I have, because I would use the same look every day. Now I'm gonna go under here because that's what I used to do, just a little bit, where I'm comfortable with. I'm not gonna go halfway like I used to. Now you gotta remember, this is like, I used to do this with dark hair. My eyeshadow is not coming out. My face, whatever everything is, it's not coming out like it would be daylight out. How it looked when I filmed earlier. But we're gonna go with it. Look at this from the Dollar Tree, $1.25. Sometimes you don't need to spend a lot. You could still achieve a same look for inexpensive products. But the thing about the Dollar Tree is the next day you can go back, loving a lipstick like me, and it's not there anymore. You can keep going to other Dollar Trees and they don't have it either. There's one color dying to get my hands on. There's one fabric I'm trying to get my hands on. I can't. It's not there. I lost that fabric 2 days after I bought it. It was cardinals on it. I don't know about you, but cardinals are special to me. It was like a wintry scene, like they were on trees. It was a gray material. If you start seeing it in your Dollar Trees, let me know. They just have the same fabric, I swear, from the fall. Okay. I feel like I went more. That's nice. I'll go in a little bit more here. All right, so I got a little more gist. I haven't used this eye pencil in a long time, so these are things I haven't used, which is what I need to do. Going into decluttering or organizing, you know? Okay, how's that? I don't have a smudger brush on this, otherwise I would. I'm trying to let the warmth of my pinkies, instead of going straight up, trying to let the warmth of my pinkies pull this up a little bit. Just a little there. Because I don't think if I wet my fingers, it's not a felt tip pen, so there you go. So I didn't use the felt tip. I used the pencil from the Dollar Tree. Now, I used to use my Maybelline little tiny red pencil since the 80s, but I really didn't do much. Okay, so I'm not going to do much, and I can't see in this. This is e.l.f. eyebrow pencil. And curl my eyelashes. Actually, I'm not going to curl my eyelashes. I did earlier, just like before this, but maybe it's still holding up. Let's hope. Trying to hurry this video up. And it's not going so well, is it? Because all I'm going to do is wash this right off and take a shower and get in bed. But I'm dying to see this mineral foundation. Well, I guess I needed to curl my eyelashes again, didn't I? Because I'm not putting on a lot. I know it's because, why? I'm just gonna wash it off and go take a shower. But at least I'll know if I like these colors together. The eyeshadows I mixed and that pencil. So I'm not gonna throw away that pencil. Okay, now what I used to do is go in right here. And I used to act like this mascara acted like, I can specifically remember doing this with my One Coat Almay mascara. It was in the white tube. I would focus in on the corner like that. I'm using the Essence Princess, but it doesn't matter what mascara, it really doesn't, because this is more of a natural type of look. It is during the daytime, the makeup, sort of. I mean, the face is just, it's not a heavy foundation, it's just a sheer mineral. Now, if I can start wearing minerals again, I will get a lighter shade if that medium tan is not lighter. I think that the reason why I went with the golden is because I really liked how it looked on me better than the medium, because the medium was dulling out. It was like too neutral, you know? But now I am more neutral than I am gold, you know, whatever. I'm still warm. I'm not cool toned at all. I don't have pink in me. I have more of a chocolate shade. But I'd like to keep that a little bit of golden, warm luminosity type of look. I like makeup to work that way on me. So you see I'm concentrating on the end here, and then I'm going to concentrate right here in this corner to act as an eyeliner. You see that? You know, while I have time, smudge away, soften it a little bit, and just barely bring that out where it's not like a line of demarcation, you know, a cutoff of thicker eyelashes to nothing. Now, I would definitely play this up more, but I don't have to. If I used a mascara that was like the daily use mascara, like not so dramatic as this, I'm applying this less dramatic on purpose. I had to be careful because I think I overdid it right there. So there we go. Okay. Now let's go in with the blush. No, I'm not done. Do you know what I forgot? This. But I'm going to show you, I decant this because I used to travel a lot with this. I mean, I used to travel a lot. This would be my blush, so I could travel with my Bare Minerals. I would take my Bare Minerals. So everything was powder. Remember when we went to, this is Vanilla by MAC Pigment. Okay. Let me see. I remember putting a little bit. I used to use this all the time, especially in the 90s and in the 2000s, early 2000s to mid 2000. And then I stopped because I started watching YouTube. I had my own looks, but you know, it's nice to spread out a little bit, but I got a big time out of hand, okay? So take it for what it is. My makeup room was empty. I had a few boxes that were organized. My drawers were organized, and then I started back on YouTube here in November 1st, and everything is everywhere. I'm trying to just deal with it right now. Okay, I need to take a color that's like a bronzy, goldenish color. So let me figure out which one out of these two. This looks more like it. Okay, so it's this one. I'm just duplicating sort of like what I used to do. It was a goldish color. This was later on, no, 2000, no, whatever, same time-ish, same time. I just got that powder on my nose. Okay. So, can you see my eyes? Do you see my face? The mineral foundation. It's a powder, but it works, and I want to use I need another wipey. I'm gonna wipe. Okay. Please subscribe. I appreciate your views on that Korean skincare, but I have other videos up. Me in the bathroom, the videos that aren't getting views, go check those out and give me a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear from you. I really would. Okay, this is Lancome. This is what I used. And I would put it on after. When I use this mineral, I would put this on after. I remember that because I liked that white lit up open eye look. This was just my time, my error. You know, we all go through errors of things, right? How you like to do it, it'll come together with blush and things, but I love these earrings. Reminds me of like a Ralph Lauren-esque, you know what I'm saying? With that tortoise shell. Diamonds and pearls are my thing, but I can't. I made that. How dumb of me never to wear that. I just tucked it in with all my jewelry stuff. And I made a lot of them. I would give things away. I would make things and give them away. And then before, when I had a few different companies, I would make things. And I'm not gonna say everything I made. I'm just gonna say I was incorporated and I sold jewelry, but making stuff and giving it away gives me more pleasure. It's just more fun for me. If somebody appreciates it. And oh boy, do I have hobbies. Are you guys reading any books? I would love to know if you are reading a book. And when I'm doing a video, pay attention if I'm asking any questions because I'm seriously wanting to know. I would like the answer to them. I would love to talk with you guys. You know? I'm not someone that just says, oh, thank you. You know, I actually will take the time out to write back, you know? So tell me what you're reading or whatever. So put that away. Now all we got left is the blush. And what happened here? Do I not have my blush brush? I certainly do not. Gotta get it. That's the way that goes. I'm right here, as you know. Oh my gosh, where is it? Did I get it? And I just didn't know it. I am in the dark trying to find it. Well, I don't know. If I have it, I'm gonna die. If I have it in here, I had it. Went and grabbed another one. I try to feel for something soft, and this is my Lancome. Beautiful. I just washed it. Isn't that? Just look at the bristles. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful. This is Elf. An old Elf. Elf is good. Good price if you need a bargain. Oh, I forgot my lipstick. Okay, so that's going to be that, and that's going to be that. Remember, we're doing bare minerals. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be my blush. Let me be careful here. Oh. I wonder if that blush was open because I don't remember using this when I had to delete that. I got it on the side, which is not good. Oh man, I just got too much on there. Shoot. If you do that, just pounce it in your hand. Okay, almost done. Now I'm going to use a Bare Minerals lip gloss. My lipstick is going to be neutral. I need a sip. So, a lipstick. I think this is Myth. I know it is. I just saw it. Myth. That's Myth, okay? So it's kind of peachy tone. I think this is the new version. But I like a nude lipstick. If I'm going to use a lip gloss, I want the lipstick to be nude. You know what? It doesn't matter. I was going to put my concealer on, but whatever. You see how you can still see my lip color through that? It's not muted out. I don't like that. But it's okay. When I'm on the road, I have to do it. I used to carry my concealer around in my bag, my handbag. That's fine. The peachier version of the new formulation of MAC Myth lipstick is peachier versus the washed out look, which I like both for two different reasons. The washed out look is great for a very pigmented lip gloss to make it pop. And then this Myth, the new version that has a peachy tone that's wearable on its own, is wearable on its own. Okay, this is Moxie. Bare Minerals. Bare Minerals. Marvelous Moxie. Ooh, I have a few Bare Mineral lipsticks, quite a few, and this is called Show Off. So this is a peachy color. This is not showing up, but that's okay. I see it for myself. I actually dress for myself, but I come on here just because it gives me a chance to dress up, because I have not been out in days, many days, and I don't plan on it. I have not used this in a very long time. I have two colors that I used to use, and I saw that I have in backups, and I have a ton of lip glosses, but I need to start using things I haven't used. There it is. I think it smells minty, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I love that. I love, if anything, mint. Give me vanilla, but do not give me sweet. I hear fireworks. You know, I'm like one of those that I cannot stand, like a berry sweet or sugary smell, taste, smell, whatever, especially in lip stuff. But I love mint. I love no scent, or I love mint or vanilla. Like the MAC lipsticks, you know how they smell in Tom Ford? I don't know who else smells like that. This is good. It's Bare Minerals Moxie. Pretty much any of their lip glosses are good. I was into makeup so much before I started YouTube that, you know, I was kind of, this was my, I would never thought I'd be on YouTube back then. Like, there was no way. I was too shy. When I was watching YouTubers, Juicy Star 07 began with her. I would watch her. I'm done now. But I would watch her, and so cool. I love that. I have to think about that again. I would watch her and others, you know, that came along after her. There were others, but she was out of the box creative, and she was way younger than me, but she brought that creativity out in me because she's creative, I could tell. And Man, I love this. What? This, see, trying on different makeup that I haven't tried in a long time, coming on here and doing this, makes me go, yes. What is wrong with you not wearing this and just letting it sit? Hold on. I can see it. You know what I'm saying? It was like too built up in the corners and stuff. Boy, I had a lot on. Go easy on that. I don't usually have to do that with my others, but she was so creative. And I appreciate that. So there you go. Let me show the Bare Minerals. Do I need to show the Kabuki brush? Tarte. All right, take care. Subscribe. Thumbs up, and leave a comment. And what book are you reading? Or books?